Yo, what's good? I'm gonna fall asleep any second, people. And if you're watching on the YouTube, you might be thinking, this guy says he's always going to sleep. What's going on? Does he ever record when he's in a normal, vibrant, conscious state of mind? And the answer is, people, since the start of this channel, I've had no sleep. I've stayed awake for years at this point. So there's your answer, alright? Oh, actually, let me give a credit to the man, the legend in the old search bar. 1 second. There you go. Devoted to Extreme Aggression 22. You know what? We listened to the old Vio-Lence record as of recent. What was the title of that record? I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. But I've... this is the one. Oppressing the Masses. I really enjoyed that record. I thought it was pretty flipping good. Plenty of good moments. Incredible thrash. Borderline crossover thrash. And I got a little message, which I may have missed upon confirming we'd do the other Vio-Lence record about a week back. Said, oh, yeah, you might want to throw a couple of tracks, well, 3 tracks to be precise. They go hand in hand with that material. And I got to that message after I put the other Vio-Lence stuff up. So I thought, you know what? Flip it, brother. Let's get on with it. So we got 3 tunes on this. We've got 4 to be literal, but there's another recording of a tune we've already heard, which is Officer Nice. So we've got Torture Tactics, Gutter Slut, and Dicks of Death. So a bunch of terrible song titles, truth be told. Dicks of Death makes me think of Evil Dick from Body Count. And Gutter Slut is just a cheap title, isn't it? But Torture Tactics is track number 1. Let's not waste no time. I'm going to go to sleep, people. This is track number 1. Let's go. This is an EP, 4-track EP. I think the Officer Nice thing is a live recording. Let's go. Might wake me up a little, to be fair. Quite a technical riff, that. One of their most brutal and political songs about torture tactics deployed by the CIA to make prisoners confess to anything. Initially intended for their debut but barred by MCA, they recorded it for oppressing the masses only to face the same problem with Megaforce. Eventually they picked it up and it surfaced here on, I believe, the Caroline Records EP. Megaforce eventually picked it up with a reissue of the album with said EP. Atlantic threatened their distribution deal with Megaforce if it wasn't cut from the album. Because the distro deal for this EP was done with Caroline. I mean, it makes you wonder who has a hand in the media, eh? It makes you wonder, eh? Why would they stop that? I do want to find lyrical content to see if there's anything interesting to comment on, but... I like this band because they do come forth with some punk rock lyrical, you know what I mean? They're very politically conscious in a more adventurous manner than just nuclear war, bombs and all that, do you know what I mean? Like a pseudo sort of acknowledgement to the potential of global conflict. They actually put pen to paper and come up with stuff of a little more realism, you know? Let's go. It's funny, really, isn't it? Because you get picked up by a label who acknowledge your political inclinations, and then they censor and shelve you when you err a little too much into the anti-establishmentarianism as to which they initially picked you up for. Because you're okay to go against the system as long as you drain the energy of those who believe that they're protesting purely by listening to your music. So you serve yourself as a beacon to transmute the aggressive energy of the people. And then that aggressive energy turns into financial income for the label, right? It's a very magical process. But whereas if there's more of a counterbalance, i.e. they're giving you money and support and attention and fame in relation to genuine information and historical insight that might not necessarily serve the mainstream narrative, then things tend to get a little bit funny, right? Wait a minute. Ooh, because it's not all about the money sometimes. Sometimes it's not all about the money, right? Sometimes information is powerful, and I don't know what they're talking about. And I would never, ever, ever, ever say anything bad about, you know, those whom care for us and look after us, right? I'm in complete support of a government. I don't want to do anything. Let me sit on my ass all day, listen to music and smoke a bud. It's illegal. So I would like you to legalise smoking a bud so I can smoke a bud. And then just govern me and just say, here you go, here's some spending money. Here's a ham sandwich from time to time. Do you know? That'll do me. Pay for my petrol too, if possible. You know? I'm all in favour to regressing into an infantile state and having the government be my father and look after me. Thank you. Please and thank you. Come on now. What you might find fascinating, now this comes out of the mouth of somebody else, but it seemed somewhat legitimate just based on the recognition of patterns of people who lie to you and who don't. There was a rapper whose sort of lyrical and brand was rooted in Christianity. I think he sort of spread the word of the gospel a little bit through his work, and supposedly he got signed to, or he was going to get signed to a subsidiary, is that how you would pronounce it, of another mainstream rapper's label. And I can't tell you which rapper it is. You would Google search away from finding it out. It's like not hidden away by all means, but this was about so many months back now. And in the contract for him to go mainstream, it was just like, you can't mention Jesus Christ in your work. Isn't that crazy? Why not? I always give you a disclaimer in case you've just come across this channel right now. I'm not a religious person, but you know, there is a spiritual warfare that exists within this world, and it's crazy, isn't it? Contractually obliged to not speak about someone who's promoted to just be a wholesome guy. Didn't really cause too many issues, did he, for the most part? It's not so much the Christianity, but more so the societal leaders who weaponize it and utilize it to establish a market of people who will blindly support them and go to war for them under the banner of the faith, you know? I read a book on world history not so long back. Let's go. Come on now. Thrash. Let's go. Caroline Records is mainstream. I don't know what Caroline's under. Is it Warner? Look at this. Gutter Slut was the track the majors were afraid to appear on either of their first and second LPs. So it wasn't actually anything to do with... Which is the supposed offensive one? I would have assumed it was Torture Tactics. So it's one of their most brutal and political songs about torture tactics. Initially intended for their debut but barred by MCA. But then somebody said Gutter Slut. So is this like a compilation of tunes that they had to take off of the records? There you go. What a banger, eh? Can you believe it? Just metal thrashing mad for over 5 minutes straight. Just ruthless onslaught. Just to finish off what I was speaking, I had a little book of the history of the entire world in bite-sized chunks. And you just realise that as far as what we're told is our written history, because you don't know if there's any... Well, you do know that it's been revisioned and revised and written by whomever wanted to write it and so forth and put it before you and indoctrinate you into believing this is the way things are. But you just realise that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Moving onwards, we've got Gutter Slut. Crazy title. Horrible title. Horrible title. But we're going to see each other over there. I'll see you on that next track.